This is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order in 2023. Yo, what's poppin', y'all? Welcome to the first video on this channel. I just started this brand new channel to play single player games on because I'm really tired of multiplayer and FPS games right now. So let's get into the video. Jedi Fallen Order in 2023 is actually a great game still. The graphics hold up, everything holds up in this game. It is actually on sale right now for $4 on Steam, and it's only going to be on sale for about 20 more hours, and then it's going to go back up to the $40 price point, but it does go on sale quite often. Now is the perfect time to pick up Jedi Fallen Order because Jedi Survivor comes out in about a month from now. It's a good time to get to play Jedi Fallen Order before the new game comes out. One of my favorite parts about Jedi Fallen Order is how immersive it is. Being able to experience the Star Wars universe in an open world environment like this, getting to see creatures just crawling around, all of the different environments and planets that, I've seen in movies, TV shows, read about in books as a kid. It's just a great way to get to experience all of my childhood memories. Star Wars was one of my favorite franchises as a kid. I loved watching Star Wars and reading about it. So just being immersed in this world, in the open world, just felt so amazing to me. Found myself just taking my time, enjoying the playthrough, and walking around and just sinking inside of this world. It's one of the few open world games out there that I feel can really just capture you in that moment. Now, a con I do have about Jedi Fallen Order is that the combat does get repetitive. I don't feel like it changes all too much. It's pretty straightforward. Kind of a mix between button mashing, blocking, dodging. Not too much like brain in there, right? It's, I don't know, the combat to me just kind of feels like autopilot. It's fairly easy except for the final boss was pretty challenging for me. Another con I do have is the boring platforming. You spend a lot of this game just climbing around on vines and everything, and the platforming is very slow. With there not being a fast travel feature, it makes exploring endgame very, very boring. I think this Steam review says it pretty well. As one Redditor said, this game should be called Tomb Raider Janky Souls. Legit, 80% of the game is climbing, running, and trying to kill bugs. It's sluggish, combat is poor, map design is confusing and cumbersome. I'm a Star Wars fan, but the story is generic and didn't grip me. 99% of loot is just cosmetics, and you get punished for exploring by the lack of fast travel. Having to find your way back to the ship from the end of a maze-like map is no fun. So I agree pretty much with all of his points, except the story. I did enjoy the story, and seeing the trailers already for Jedi Survivor and seeing how the Fallen Order story is setting up the story for Jedi Survivor makes me super excited and happy. But I'm just a huge Star Wars fan in general. So if you're not a Star Wars fan, this game probably isn't for you because of these boring platforming mechanics, unless you really do like 3D platform. Endgame content, like I already mentioned, is kind of boring because there is no fast travel. So you're finding yourself running through these maze-like maps, and there's just not a whole lot of endgame content, really. I mean, you can go back and try to get 100% exploration, try to find all of the collectibles and cosmetic items. Really not a whole lot to do. There's a couple like hidden side bosses you can go and find. There's no side missions or any of the classic RPG things we're used to. And honestly, I did find the game to be very short, so for $40, I probably wouldn't buy this game. I played through the entirety of this game in about 14 to 15 hours, and I did find myself taking my time. It does end up to be a fairly short experience for just the main story, and then there's a few more hours of the boring exploration if you want to try to get 100% completion or go back and just explore some of the maps. Now that brings us on to Star Wars Jedi Survivor, this extremely hyped up game. I'm so excited for it. I'm going to be making a lot of content on Jedi Survivor. I am super excited for it. The trailers all look amazing. So if you want to see Jedi Survivor content, make sure to subscribe. And the Jedi Survivor comes out on April 28th, so just about a month away. And unfortunately, the game is going to be $70 at launch and will not be on last-gen consoles. Besides those cons, the story trailer looked great, the gameplay trailer looked great, and I am super excited to see what happens. With that being said, you guys, I will see you in the next video. Make sure to subscribe. Peace.